Hello friends, Josevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone with some Controlled Dragon Warlock. So I got this deck off of an opponent that I was playing. I was actually playing Midrange Shaman, which I'm half expecting or 100% expecting my opponent to be playing right now. And the Dragon Warlock absolutely destroyed and controlled my Midrange Shaman game. And I added him as a friend afterwards, and he was super friendly, and he sent me a link to the deck, and so I've played it a few times myself, played it a bunch myself, and I really, really enjoy it. And it has one of my favorite cards in the entire game with Lord Jaraxxus. And then it has the Dragon package, which is going to remain strong until sometime next year, which next year being early 2017. So it has basically a lighter dragon package with some Doomsayers and then some of the Warlock removal cards like Shadow Bolt and things like that in order to control the early game. So I'm sitting in an okay position here. I don't mind tapping, I don't think, here. I could even coin out Blackwing Technician. The one thing I can't really deal with is 4 mana 7/7. I'd have to Doomsayer the turn before. And I don't think I want to do that. And the bookworms are absolutely fantastic. Fantastic against Midrange Shaman. Because if they're playing their 2 mana 3/4s and things like that, oh, that's really unfortunate for me now. I think I will Doomsayer now. I know it, yeah, means another draw, but if he throws in a 4 mana 7/7, I have no way to deal with it. So the only major difference from the deck that my former opponent sent me and the one that I have is that he runs 2 Twisting Nethers, whereas I run 1 Twisting Nether and 1 Doom, into a Hex. Wow, that's very aggressive. Oh, that's very bad for me. That's interesting. Okay, I mean, yeah, he has the extra card draw, why not, right? Now we're kind of just forced to Technician. I would have Hellfired if we would have been able to take it out. I think I actually would have been okay with the Hellfire there. But since I can't, I won't, and I didn't. And that's fine. And now actually next turn I could coin out a Bookworm. So even if he taunts up behind this or whatever he does, I'll still be able to get it next turn no matter what. Even if he plays a 5/5, which I really hope he doesn't, because that would be... Yeah, I think if he plays the 5/5 right now, that'd be the worst. Yeah, Feral Spirits is totally okay. Because now I just coin out Bookworm, take this out. Oh, and that's totally fine, because now he's thinking, oh, a 2 mana, or a Mana Tide Totem, 2/7, how are you going to take that out? Well, Bookworm, surprise, surprise, is absolutely fantastic. And we haven't regained control of the board, but we're very, very close to doing exactly that right now with the cards that we have in hand and the cards that we have on board. So this is an interesting sort of totem buff deck that we're playing against here, running Totemic Might and what was the other synergy card to buff your minions based on how many totems you have. Woo! Yeah, so this is very, very interesting. And we do have 2 Siphon Souls in the deck to deal with things like that, so he's just going to continue to go face. That's very interesting. Now, I could clear with the Hellfire. I'm hoping that we can do something else, though. That is the best something else that we could have asked for. Not only does it help clear the board and give us control of it, but it also heals us a little, which, with Midrange Shaman, they have to have a board to be really bursty, at least in my experience. Playing it and then playing against it. So a card like Lord Jaraxxus is probably not going to be used unless they get bursted down super, super low. And one of the great things about Jaraxxus, with a Control Warrior version at least, is that then you have cards like Doom and Twisting Nether, so even if you do lose the board after because you've used all of your mana on a single turn, oh, that's terrifying. That's not fun at all. That's fine. Ooh, clearing my board. That's kind of really unfortunate. I will play an Azure Drake into it, which is unfortunate, but let's tap and see what we get. Oh, that's much better. That is much better. So now we don't just die freely to the Twilight of Hammer. I have to take basically the Twilight of Hammer plus the Death Rattle this Twilight Guardian can handle, which is good. And if it does survive, then we can attack in here and finally Mortal Coil this buffed up Healing Totem. And so this deck does run a little bit of healing. Obviously, it's not a Reno deck. We've seen multiple duplicates in our hand and played already. But it does have a couple Farseers, I believe, if I remember correctly. Oh, wow. He really wants this done, eh? That's okay. I can live with that. It's a 4-2 as well, so Azure Drake into Mortal Coil is going to be completely fine. Although Azure Drake, the problem is leaving this up is going to absolutely wreck me. So how much actually... Yeah, we can't actually do that, unfortunately. So we're going to have to Hellfire here and into Blackwing Technician. And that'll be fine. And that's fine now, because we can test his board very, very well. And he obviously still has 0 mana 5/5 taunts to be playing, which would be kind of sad for us. But we do have some very, very hard board clears right now. So that's going to be very, very favorable for us, I think. Now, obviously, he still has lots of resources in hand that we're going to have to eat through. Oh. What is going on? That's a interesting card, to say the least. I'm not 100% sure what it's... What else could there be? Why do you need it to be so cheap? So Maiden of the Lake, when the whole Grand Tournament expansion came out, and they introduced the Inspire mechanic, as we're seeing here on Thunderbluff Valiant, yeah, you can use your Rockbiter. This is a fine Rockbiter turn. Yeah, do it and then Rockbiter, though. Oh, that's the worst. Actually, it's not, because I have Azure Drake and a Coil. But when the Inspire mechanic came out, yeah, now you attack in. Oh, no. Not? Oh, you Rockbiter your face. Oh, very smart. Very, very sneaky. No, I don't want to have to Hellfire again, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, I totally am going to. I'll Azure Drake? No. I'll play a bigger Drake. Because yeah, I don't think the spell power is going to matter right now, and we're both getting kind of low in health. But I have a lot of really strong control cards, and if I continue to go low in health, then I can Jiraxis if I need to. But that's only one Thunderbluff Valiant, but it's both Lightning Bolt, so I'm not as worried about my health right now. And I do have a couple smaller healing cards, but they exist at least. And I do have Dragon Activators in the event that if and when I do get some more of my dragons in hand, whether it's Blackwing Technicians. I'm thinking a Bookworm would be fantastic right now. That's terrifying. Oh, that was a misplay, wasn't it? So yeah, this is a great Twisting Nether turn. I see nothing wrong with this, unless we can do something better. This is healing 3. So how do we do that? We can take out. Let's see. What can we do? We can attack in here, Siphon Soul that. Then we have 4 mana. And we do nothing with 4 mana. I think if we Twisting Nether, it's unfortunate though. Twisting Nether is unfortunate right now. We can Drake Coil, kill that off. That's 6 though. Attack in here, Drake Coil, that's way too much damage on board. Do we want to draw into Fatigue basically? How many do we draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I don't know that I want to burn any cards right now. And is he overloaded next turn? Only 2. That's not going to matter. And I do have a Siphon Soul, so if something massive comes down, I can deal with it next turn. I'm willing to tap. Oh, and Alex. So that's going to be good for healing as well. And with this deck, sometimes you do have to play a little bit on the edge. So we'll see how this turn goes, what we do. Yeah, only overloaded 2. We talked about that. There's nothing to do there. And if we do get a little bit bursted down, Alex is always nice about helping us out. I think that's worth Siphon Soul. I think we just Siphon Soul and we're going to get a concede from our opponent soon. Siphon Soul, Doomcaller. Very reasonable. Or Doomsayer. Doomcaller. I want Doomcaller now. Do I tap? Yeah, I'll tap. I think this game's over. I don't think it matters anymore. I think we've basically taken control, because anytime we lose any sort of damage, we're just going to Jiraxis, and then we'll Alex after that. And nothing is allowed to get played now, which is great. Oh my goodness. What's happening? There's no... But even a Rockbiter's... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Rockbiter. That was terrifying. Why are you doing that? Oh! I forgot that was buffed up. Honestly, I completely forgot about that. This is going to be 12, 13, 14 if there is a Rockbiter in hand. I can just Doom here. I'm only drawing 3 then. Is there anything else I can do? I can Drake. No, even Alex is too scary right now. Right? Because this is 6, 7, 8. Rockbiter becomes 6. So 8 plus 6 is going to be 14. Yeah, I don't like being left at 1 against Shaman. There's too many bad things that can happen. This is unfortunate that I have to do it this way. I think this is unfortunate. But probably stabilized now. Probably. And see, this is kind of the thing that I was talking about at the beginning, how this Dragon Warlock really does control. That's fine. I'm not bothered by having that happen. And we can just basically, we don't want to play Hydra Drakes now. I am definitely expecting to win the game before 6 more draws, but we'll just take a big juicy card and not really be too concerned. And because the massive health amounts now, we already saw 1 Hex from our opponent. We're not going to be able to deal with, yeah, an Earth Shock, that's fine. That's a good removal. But I mean, if they have to see a Hex now, and then when I play a Deathwing next turn, we're really not too worried. But the question is, do we want to do that, or do we want to play Jiraxis? And the answer is we want to play Jiraxis. As much as that's kind of BM. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, wait, I can do... And then, yes, we also have Medivh in this deck for extra control shenanigans to give us basically a chance to beat other decks. And Jiraxis has 3 attack. So we'll attack in here first. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I didn't want to draw. Oh, well. I didn't want to draw. I was actually talking about how I wanted to do the other order. And we have Chilma also for Dragon Synergy, plus the taunting, holding off of the aggressive decks, especially Shaman. So, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. And this is just a well played. Oh, and caps. Jiraxis is definitely my favorite card. There's nothing that really does what it is that Jiraxis does. Oh no, wait, no, we need to hero power. If we're going this far, yeah, we'll take another Alex, I guess. If we've gone this far into silly drawing out a game BM, might as well do it properly, and at least get 1 more hero power in. That's a decent hero power though. 2 mana, 6/6. I guess you would play that, right? And now we finally do get the well played, and the Infernal has to get the final turn. And then now there's no BM after that. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that video. I really like this deck. I know these games are not super quick, so this deck is probably not very efficient for laddering, but I do think it does well against Shamans overall. And I do think it is an efficient deck in terms of win percentage, just not in terms of time played. So if you're enjoying these videos, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.